Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pulling up on the Big Tigger Morning Show with Jazzy McBee right here on V103 is none other than Congresswoman Nikema Williams. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
How are you?
I am good. I'm listening to y'all talking about giving away money. And you know what? You know who's getting money in this country?
Rich
Billionaires.
people.
Because that's who Republicans are giving away money to. Y'all got the $103, and we might need some people to keep calling in.
You did?
What Republicans are doing, they are taking money out of their pockets, y'all.
All right, so I hate the fact that they call this one big beautiful bill because ain't nothing beautiful about it.
How stupid is that? How stupid is that as a title? It is a billionaire budget ripoff. It's a bailout for billionaires is what it is.
We saw that they tried to pass this in the still of the night. What was that all about?
Let me tell you, I am still trying to catch up on my little sleep from staying up for 48 hours straight. First, they scheduled a budget meeting at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Wow.
And if that were not bad enough, fast forward to Tuesday, they scheduled the Rules Committee hearing to 1 a.m. because they thought that we would just go to sleep and let them slide this in on the American people and not expose them for the liars that they are. But I had a little bit of time, Tigger, and so you know what? I stayed up. I went over to the Capitol, and I sat there in the committee room for hours.
Wow.
Because I had to bring the voice of the people that I serve into that room, into the conversation. I don't think enough people fully still understand what is happening with this bill. So it passed the House, but it only passed by one vote.
Right.
One vote. So there's still a chance that we can stop this in the Senate. But the main part of this is exposing what is happening because Republicans keep lying and they say what the bill will not do. But we have independent agencies. The Independent Congressional Budget Office is not Democratic or Republican. They do this work on behalf of the United States Congress, saying that this would rip away health care from nearly 14 million Americans. And it sounds like just a number, and they can easily slide by that, but that's why I like to bring the stories into the conversation. Like, I have a constituent, Haley, right here in Atlanta, y'all. Haley is from Atlanta, and she has a 5-year-old son who's autistic, and he gets Medicaid through his Medicaid waiver. And since he was diagnosed at just 18 months old, he gets speech therapy. He gets the therapy that he needs for behavior adaptations so that he can thrive. And this is almost $4,000 a week that it costs. Haley couldn't afford this if she didn't have Medicaid. And she's afraid of what this will mean for her son if this continues to go through. The people that I represent, they're more than just a line item in a budget. These are real lives that will be impacted. If they don't care about Haley and her son, they pretend to care about babies, right? And they want to force women into pregnancy and change all the laws. And over 50% of the births right here in my district alone are funded by Medicaid. And I have a doctor, Dr. Maddie Wolf, and she called in to give us an update on what she's experiencing. She's a neonatal care doctor at 3 different hospitals in Metro Atlanta. And she said that to be able to continue to do the work that she's doing so that women who she's seeing, who remember 50% of the childbirths are paid for by Medicaid.
Wow.
They can't afford this.
Right.
Women will continue to die. Women won't be able to get the necessary prenatal care that they need. And I know, Tigger, you're a new daddy over there.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know what these appointments are like. And you know that you have to, at the end of your pregnancy, you're going every week.
Right.
So what's going to happen to these women and these babies if we cut Medicaid? But y'all, Republicans do not care. All they care about is giving tax breaks to billionaires.
Right. So when the headlines actually read, people are reading in the Trump administration, they're saying it's less taxes, more money in people's pockets. In layman's terms, what will that really mean if or when it does pass?
So more money in people's pockets, they mean more money in billionaires' pockets, first and foremost. If you are in the top 2% of wealth income in this country, then you are absolutely going to have more money in your pocket. But what about the people? I go and play bingo with my seniors, y'all, at the Bard Center High Rise down here in Southwest Atlanta. And they called me one day and they're like, Nikema, Donald Trump is firing everybody. Is he going to fire you? And I said, Miss Caritha, Donald Trump can't fire me. Only the people can fire me. And I'm here working for you. And they told me they get $6 a day in SNAP benefits. $6. I don't know the last time y'all tried to put three meals together on $6 a day,
Wow.
but it ain't happening. And they are trying to cut SNAP benefits.
Congresswoman Nikema Williams, I get you out of here on this. It's heading to the Senate. Outside of expressing their outrage generally in public, should people get in contact with their senators to double down and let them know how much they disapprove of this particular bill?
We need to jam up those Senate phone lines. You know, before we had like the three-way calling and stuff, Tigger, we need to call that Senate line and hold it up. Y'all get on the phones, call the U.S. Senate. Don't just talk to our senators.
Right.
Talk to other senators as well. Ask your senators here in Georgia, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, ask them to talk to their Republican colleagues because, y'all, it's not just about voting no. We got to get other people to vote no as well.
Hey, well, we appreciate all the hard work you do over there in the Fighting 5th Congressional District.
Fighting Fifth, y'all.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your insight, and continue to do what you do, Congresswoman Nikema Williams.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.